Black Americans, do you know who Nana Akufo Addo is? Do you know who that is? And if not, you should. Stay tuned. It's Sweetie C, it's Sweetie C, and I'm here with another video. Yo, what's up? How you doing? I hope everyone's doing well. You getting ready for them holidays? Have you donated any perishables to the homeless or to a church? Have you participated in any of those things? If you haven't, it's okay because there's still time to do it. You're not alone. I haven't done anything as of yet, but don't worry, I'm coming through. You know what I'm saying? We need people throughout the month, throughout the year. So there may be times where, you know what I'm saying, you can't show up right away, but the times you do show up are still needed. Alright y'all, so that was my little spiel about the holidays, but let's get into what this video is really about. Let's talk about Nana Akufo Addo. Do you know who Nana Akufo Addo is? Anybody? Crickets? Well, you should know who he is. And I'm going to tell you why you should know who he is. Nana Akufo Addo is the president of the Republic of Ghana. Not only is he the president of Ghana, he also is the president of Ghana's armed forces. President Nana Akufo Addo has been doing a lot of great things in Ghana. And it's very important that we as Black Americans begin to know who he is and understand exactly how he's bringing Ghana to the 21st century. Yes, I remember they be talking about Africa doesn't do this, Africa ain't got this, Africa ain't got that. Y'all bump all that. If you don't know what Africa has yet, that means you ain't been paying attention. Before I go into detail why it's important that we need to know who this man is, let me play a short clip of his speech, and I'll be back with the rest of my commentary.
Initiate the year of commemoration of one of the most momentous events of history, the commencement of the transatlantic trade, slave trade, which brought tens of millions of Africans to the Americas, North, Central, and South. We know of the horrors that accompanied that forced journey. We know of the brutalities that were meted out to them during their stay in the Americas. We know of the great difficulties they have encountered in attempting to assimilate and live and maintain their dignity in the Americas. We know of the extraordinary achievements and contributions they have made to the life of the Americas. And it is important that in this symbolic year, 400 years later, we commemorate their existence and their sacrifices. It was in anticipation of the year of commemoration that my great childhood friend, colleague, and associate, the late Jake Otanka Obecha-Bilamte, then Minister of Tourism in President John Agyekum Kufuor's government, a government of which I was part as Foreign Minister, launched in celebration of Ghana's Golden Jubilee, the Joseph Project, the project that identified the need to symbolize the return of the prodigal son who was lost and found. I would like to dedicate this whole ceremony and this to his memory. He insisted on granting easy visas to all returnees, and that we should give force to the right of abode. I think it's the duty of my government to do both of those things in commemorating of next year.
Did you hear what President Addo had to say? Let me recap a little bit of what he had to say. President Addo, he is aware of the horrors that accompanied the Americans on our first journey. He is aware of the brutalities that we were met with after our stay in America. President Addo made a point to acknowledge we are aware of the difficulties that they have encountered in attempting to assimilate and live in dignity in America. President Addo said we are aware of their extraordinary achievements and contributions they have made to the life of the Americans. That's not all he said. President Addo further explained the importance of commemorating our existence and our sacrifice. Wow. What a president from Africa is able to clearly identify the struggle, the real struggles of Black Americans. That right there gets a hand clap. It gets a hand clap, y'all. Give this man a hand clap. And because of that, he is a president actually doing the work in order to make sure that we as Black Americans are aware that he is welcoming us back home. Okay? And you know what? It's not just what he had to say that got me excited. It's what this other brother had to say that even got me more excited. So stay tuned. Watch this video. I'm getting a little excited. Watch this video. After this video, I'll be back with the rest of my commentary.
How do you think, as an African who has stayed there before and you still come back home, how do you think, what is the best way to receive Africans from the diaspora? The best way to receive them?
Well, the resounding reality is that we have all been miseducated. Whether it's the Africans from the diaspora coming or the Africans here who are still living a day-to-day miseducated, period. But for the Africans who are coming from the diaspora, there are probably about 4 to 5 different motivations. One, they accept that they're Africans, so they're coming to look for cultural and ethnic references to themselves.
Okay.
2, some of them are rejecting the education that they're being taught, so they're coming for an educational alignment.
Yeah.
3, some of them are dissatisfied with their existence in the Western world, in that as much as, you know, the white people promote and campaign and market, you know, America's the land of the free and this and that and whatever, they know that within their soul they're not truly free, because the skin color is a badge of torment, of trauma afforded them. And then 5, I think some people are looking for other places in the world that they could live in harmony.
Yeah.
So for these reasons, at this stage in time where there's social media and different ways of getting the truth, or getting the idea that there's some other truth out there, it's motivating people to get up out of their couch, out of their homes, and out of their existence, and go and look for themselves, and to be able to tell a truthful narrative about their existence.
Yeah.
But what I would like for Africans, Ghanaians, particularly those in Cape Coast, Elmina, Fanciful, to understand that not every person who was coming, every African American who was coming, is coming with their arms wide open like, hey, I'm home.
No.
Because the existence of Africans in the diaspora, African Americans, African Caribbeans, it has been centuries of traumatic Holocaust, abuse, terrifying terrorist existence that is deep, that is rooted, that is painful, that is a lot more than Ugu, Cape Coast, Ugu Ghana could really even conceptualize.
What I really enjoyed is that our new Barima acknowledged that we are all miseducated. We're miseducated in Africa, and we're all miseducated, the Africans from the diaspora. Black Americans, that's us. Just in case you didn't know. Okay. He said he gave about 5 or 6 reasons why Black Americans will leave or are willing to travel to Africa. He said that One, it may be because we already accept the fact that we are Africans. Yo, you're African. I'm African. I accept that. And yeah, definitely. He also made a point to say one of the reasons why we may want to travel to Africa is because we've been rejected in reference to our education, meaning we're looking for more of an alignment. And for those who don't understand what that means like more of a state of agreement or cooperation amongst people or persons. I can agree to that, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Another reason he said Black Americans may want to travel to Africa or even Ghana are because we're dissatisfied with the Western world. And we can truly acknowledge that we are not free. This is what an African is explaining in his videos to his Anua Barimas and sisters back home about why we as Black Americans may come to or will come to Africa and will be coming to Ghana. Another thing he mentioned is we're looking for a place where we can live in harmony. We're looking for a place where we can live in harmony. Do you understand? Okay, you're like, okay, Camilla, you're going to put all these videos together. But what is your point? My point is that I appreciate President Addo because not only is he aware of what's going on, but he's giving the voices of his fellow brothers and sisters the opportunity to help explain to our brothers and sisters back home what is going on. And for that, you know what I'm saying? That right there is enough for Black Americans to really start learning and getting to know who the presidents are in Africa. Yo, they are coming out with a bang, with a splash, like, yo, come home. We said come home, okay? No games. We said come home. We got a place for you to stay. Don't play. Come home. All right, John. President Addo's speech, he did mention that he was going to grant citizenship to the African diaspora. Well, as of November 28th, 2019, Ghana granted citizenship, I can't say that word good, to over 100 African Americans and Afro-Carribeans as part of Yearofreturn. So he did follow through with what he stated he will do. He will grant citizenship. So not only is Ghana welcoming us home, they are actually extending citizenships to the African diaspora. Y'all, there's so many great benefits on why you should really look into and get to know the presidents in Africa. They are doing a lot of great things and they're providing us with wonderful opportunities. All right, y'all. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Thank you to all my new subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. It's free. Don't forget to hit the like button and leave a comment, okay? As a Black American, would you visit Ghana? All right, y'all. It's Sweetie C. Yo, it's Sweetie C. Now what? Talk to you later.